I've sat at thousands, literally thousands of kitchen tables to close deals, selling home security systems. I've sold software. I've sold SEO. I've sold websites. I've sold coaching. I've sold social media marketing. And after doing this, I want to teach you guys, I want to show you guys what I do every single time I go to close a deal. I use what's called an assumptive close, and it's no different when you're selling lead generation. It's no different when you're trying to get someone to sell or to agree to work with you on a flat fee basis. And I'm going to teach you exactly how I do that. Again, you don't have to, subscribe to what I say. You don't have to believe me, but this is coming from years and years and years of experience, okay? Now, one thing I want to say before I get into it, you do not need sales experience to get started. You do not, if you look at the people that I've worked with, I have 650 people that I've worked with so far, 650 plus. 95% of those people, maybe 97% of those people have never done sales in their life, including my little brother, which you guys may or may not have seen. He's currently at the time of recording this, $6,400 per month. Never done sales in his entire life. He's just following the process. So I want to start with that because I know some people, they're like, well, you've done sales, so then has nothing to do with that. Another example is Ryan Dalton, one of my students. Ryan Dalton, he's at $75,000 per month. He's been doing this for 2 years. He's got a full-time job, 2 kids, got a dog, all the different things. And guess what? He didn't do sales before. He was an attorney. He's still an attorney, okay? You don't need sales experience, but I am going to tell you that, and I wanted to start with that because I have done this. I know what works. I know what doesn't work, and that's what I want to teach you in this video. So what I like to do in any sale, and this is no different, is I like to use an assumptive close. And basically, it's just what it sounds like. You're assuming that they're going to do it, right? Imagine if you knew somebody was going to do it. If you were going to give somebody $1,000, okay, just gift them $1,000, you would 1,000% expect them to take the money, right? You'd say, all right, I'm going to give you $1,000, assuming that they believed you, they trusted you. You'd say it's your brother, your nephew, your dad. Okay, I'm going to give you $1,000 for whatever reason, okay? You would expect them to accept it, obviously, right? Because they're not going to say no. So you would say something like, you wouldn't say, do you want it? You would say, do you want me to give it to you in cash? How, like, where can I put the money? Do you want me to put it in your bank account? Like, you would assume the deal, right? You would assume the deal. So this is actually a bit, and as I'm saying this, I want to probably correct myself. It's kind of a mix between an assumption and an option close, because we're assuming that they're going to do it, right? We're assuming that we've given them free leads. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go consume some of my other content. We never ask for the deal until we've given the customer a sample of what they already want. If the customer wants leads, we're going to give them leads before we even ask for the conversation. So we're going to assume the deal A, and we're going to give them 2 options. Either one is a yes, right? So let me give you an example. When I was doing door-to-door sales, what I would do is I would be like, I'd have my 2 options, and I'd be like, all right, it's really simple to get you started. Do you want to go with this package or this package, right? Either one they chose was them doing the deal, right? And so what I like to do is I like to get to the end of my presentation. This is on a Zoom call. And again, I don't want to lose you guys here, but there are other steps in this process. But we're just talking about the sales piece, the close. You've given them the free leads. You've gone through the presentation, and you're at the end of the deal. What I like to do is I like to just remind them everything they're getting. Like I want to end on a high note, right? So okay, you're gonna get 100% exclusive leads in this area. You're gonna get first right of refusal for these cities. You're gonna get a tracking phone number. You're gonna be able to track all your leads. You're gonna get the call recording. You're gonna get monthly report. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna have my offer stack. And then, hey, am I missing anything? Does that sound pretty clear? Did I miss anything? No, okay, cool. So all I got to do to get you started, I got to grab a card from you. Are you an Amex or a Visa? Pause. That's it. That's my close. That's been my close every single time. That's my close to get to 7 figures. That's my close to get to $100,000 per month. That's the close that I use every single time. And guess what? If they object, and I have to do my strategy after that, my objection overcoming my objections, my tie-down method, my feel, felt, found method, which I'll get into in other videos, guess what? I come back again to using, and I would call this like a hybrid between an assumption close and an option close, because a true assumption close would be like, what I would do in door-to-door sales sometimes is I would have this little card, and it would have like, I'd have to qualify and run their credit. It was like a soft inquiry, so technically not running their credit, but I have to check to make sure they're paying their bills. So it had a spot to put their name, their address, blah blah blah. So what I would do is I would take the card, and at the end of it, I'd go over the offer. You're going to get the camera, you're going to get the door lock, you're going to get the this. And then I'd go, all right, did I miss anything? Nope. Okay, sounds good. All I got to do to get you started is have you fill this out. And I would just slide this little card. If they're sitting next to me, which we always train people to do, I would slide it. Like, I just slide it right in front of them, put the pen down, and then I would just wait. That's it. So that was like a true assumption, but I would also do the option assumption as well. So this is more of like a hybrid between an option and assumption, but we're assuming they're going to do the deal, right? And I do that. I've given you free leads. Only reason I called you, Mr. Business Owner, is because you are paying for leads from XYZ company. So I already know you want them. I already gave you some. You've already seen what I've done for other customers. We've already talked about contract. You've already agreed the price is more than fair. Like, obviously you're going to do this. You're already spending money. Why wouldn't you? And that's the mentality. It's like, I'm not going in going, so, yeah, what do you think? No. Do not do that. Do not. What do you think? So, you want to do it? Bad. Don't do that. You just assume. Yeah, obviously you're going to do this. Yeah, of course you're going to do this. Amex or Visa? You want to put an Amex or Visa on file, sir? Ma'am, you want to put an Amex or Visa? You want to do a MasterCard, or are you an Amex type of person? Just need to grab a card from you so I can get this set up. That's it. You're assuming the deal by asking them a question, and in either case, you win. I'm going to change this. This is an assumptive option close, but I want to share it with you because it's how I've closed every single one of my deals to get from learning about this business model 8 years ago to 4.5 years later, getting to 7 figures and never looking back. I haven't done less than a couple $1,000,000 since then. Let me repeat that. Let me change that because I want to be completely transparent. $1 million, just over 7 figures in 2020, $1.45 million in 2021, and we have not done less than a couple $1,000,000 since then. So that said, guys, this is what I use. You don't have to use it, but it works like a charm. There are other things. You have to make sure your presentation's good and all this other stuff. And usually, guys, last thing I'll say is if you do the assumption, the assumptive option close, and you don't get the deal, and there is a question, you missed a step. You missed an objection that you should have eliminated beforehand, and now you got to go to work. And that's why, and we can talk about this on the next video, why I like to eliminate my objections instead of overcome. I'm out.